But with that, we've got a bunch to talk about, and we're going to kick it off with talking about, well, Sasha Banks. So Wednesday, Sasha Banks was announced for the C2E2 Expo in Chicago, Illinois this August. The organization announced Banks for an autograph and photo session, but in doing so, announced her by her real name, Mercedes Vernando, and not by Sasha Banks. They basically said Mercedes Vernando, Sasha Banks, and the Mandalorian, basically listing Sasha Banks as a role she has played, not listing her as Sasha Banks like you would normally see, which also on the same, not the same announcement, but the website where, and I can pull this image up, where she was announced and whatnot, they also announced Lita as Lita, not Amy DeMoss. So let's pull that up really fast. I can show you guys. Kind of like, well, what do you mean, but Sasha Banks and Mercedes Vernando? Let's pull that up really fast. Boom, 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 boom. We have this right here. As you see here on the screen, Mercedes Vernando. Mouse, give me 1 second to fix that. Trying to point stuff out. No, you do see the mouse. Okay, there it is. It's there. It's on my side. So, Mercedes Vernando. Mercedes Vernando, not Sasha Banks. But then you have Lita. That was her WWE name. Not going by Amy DeMoss, but going by Lita. This is very, very interesting. But as far as Vernando or Banks, whatever you want to call her, doing this is essentially her first non-WWE appearance since walking out on the company back in May. And Fightful and Sean Ross Sapp do have an update on this, stating that this is the first non-WWE appearance that she has been announced for. And Fightful has heard from several promoters that actually reached out to her, several with and without, or in and out of professional wrestling, stating that Banks is not looking to take any wrestling-related signings till after, or at least January 1st, 2023. So, it looks like Banks will not be doing anything wrestling-related for the remainder of the year. Now, full speculation mode before we keep going. Full speculation mode before we keep going. That leads me to believe that there is the slight possibility that WWE, because we've heard the rumors, and we've heard the news, and we've heard all the stuff that, WWE is giving her release, but the terms are still being worked on. Well, this leads me to believe that maybe those terms are, for the rest of the year, you can't do anything wrestling related. Hence, why she's telling promoters she can't take any wrestling related signings till at least January 1st. Now, that's just me predicting. Fightful goes on to report. The report also notes that her asking price for appearances is $30,000. One promoter noted that was, quote, exactly as expected, as her demand should be high because she left on her own terms, has not been part of the convention scene, and has a high fan base willing to support her. The promoter said that they were happy to book her at that rate because they know they'd make the money back on it. Basically, they said, yeah, we pay her $30,000. We'll make that money back. Because, let me look on in here. C2E2. How much is the signings? Like, how much does a fan have to pay? And I don't know if those tickets are available yet. $90 for a photo and $70 just for an autograph. So just to make back, if they do just autographs, there's going to be a lot of fans that want photos as well. But 30,000, 1, 2, 3, divided by, say, $70. If they can get about 425 people just to want an autograph of Sasha Banks or Mercedes Vernando, they make their money back on her. And if we go, everyone wants, 330 people want a photo, then there we go. Plus, so it's $90 for a photo. Then if you want that photo emailed to you, $10. Then if you want additional prints, so $90 includes them printing the photo. If you want an email to you, that's an extra 10. If you want them to do more than one print, like print it more than one time, that's another $10 each additional print. So, there we go. That's how they can make their money, at least back on Sasha Banks. They need either 425, 430 people to at least get an autograph, or 335 people that want a photo op with her. But as far as Banks does go, it's very interesting that WWE hasn't said anything and that she hasn't said anything. And we kind of understand why the two sides may not have said anything yet, because of the reports of, I think it was Raj Giri said June 10th, Banks was given her release. Well, the word was Banks was getting her release. And I still believe that they're working out those terms on, because if you remember the Brock Lesnar situation, but I think they're working out the terms on, yeah, you can leave WWE, but you can't do XYZ for this amount of time. Like with Brock Lesnar. Brock wanted to leave right after WrestleMania 20. He did. But WWE told him for 7 years, because there were 7 years still left on his current contract, can't do anything wrestling, nor can't do anything combat sports related. Brock then wanted to go work for New Japan. WWE tried to stop it. He took him to court. Oh, no. I think that's what it was. He took him to court, and he got the New Japan thing. Then they tried, and then they're like, okay, fine. That's not in the United States, whatever. Then he tried to work UFC. They tried to stop that again, and they're like, no, you took him to court again. And it was like, no, you can't stop a man from making a living in what his primary source of income would be, combat sports. So, I'm trying to think. We also saw this with Renee Paquette, where she left WWE, wanted out before her contract is up, and they told her you can't do anything wrestling related for a year. Now, I think she started her Sessions podcast within that year, but that wasn't her going and working for another wrestling company or anything, and she hasn't done since. She's been doing her podcast. She's been doing a podcast for SiriusXM with Misha Tate, and there we go. So there's a lot of things to unpack here, but there's also a lot of questions that need to be answered that we still have to ask. Like, when is she going to announce the release? This is August. Are they going to announce anything before that? Because I believe C2E2 is August 5th through 7th, which is weird because the website for C2E2 says, well, hold on. Let me go. Where's their main website? C2E2. Let me see something really fast. C2E2 is August 5th through 7th, which is weird because that's a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5th through 7th. Oh, never mind. When I looked it up the other day, I looked at it wrong. So this is Friday through Sunday. Sasha is set for a Saturday, Sunday, because when you go to her page for guests, she's listed as Saturday, Sunday. So the 6th and 7th. But it's like, that's coming up in like, what, 1, 2, 3 weeks. I think WWE's going to announce something before. Is she going to announce something before? Are fans going to ask her about what's your status? Is she going to say anything about her status? That's the big question in this. Her being at this event may answer some of those questions, may not. We'll have to see.